So whenever you go up to do a front squat, you feel like you're gonna break your wrist or you're choking yourself. Well, this video is gonna help you figure out how to make your wrist not hurt. I can't help you so much on the choking yourself because it is a front squat and it is the most masochistic thing you can do with the bar on your person. However, I can help you decrease that tension in your wrist. So let's go and talk about some of the ways people hold this bar. A lot of people hold it with just their fingertips and never actually resting on their front rack position, and that's going to blow up your wrist. A lot of other people have lopsided elbows. A lot of people have lopsided elbows and shoulders, and then even more people just don't even put it in the right spot, and so they're still holding it with their wrist, but it's just a little bit lower on their chest. We want our bar right up next to our throat, our elbows up, triceps parallel to the ground. Now, here's our litmus test. We're just going to basically grab, if you have a bare naked bar, go ahead and grab that. If you don't, you can use a PVC pipe just like I'm doing right there and just kind of put it under your chin. And I want you to do a few front squats here. This is our litmus test. So you're going to come on down and you're just going to get an honest assessment of how well can you hold this bar or how well can you hold that PVC pipe. So as we're going through here, we want to basically assess, can I keep my triceps parallel to the ground? Whether you're using a PVC pipe or a bare naked bar. The PVC pipe, you're probably going to have to hold it underneath your chin a little bit, and that's okay because the same muscles that we are trying to stretch out and get into the right place for this front rack position is going to be the same for a PVC pipe or a bare naked bar. So go ahead and go through this litmus test and give me about 5 squats and just get a gauge for where are your elbows as you're going down into that squat. Because I can guarantee you, if you have a rough go at the top, as you squat down, it's going to get a little bit worse. So go ahead and do those 5 reps and let's just see where our elbows fall. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, then your front rack probably wasn't very good. So let's go ahead and start getting to the 2 most common problems that prevent people from getting into a more comfortable, less painful front rack position. And number 1, your triceps. If your triceps are way tight, which a lot of 21st century dwellers have tight triceps, we want to stretch those out. So we're going to put that lacrosse ball right on the belly of our tricep. We're going to extend that arm out, and you're going to do some of these John Cena's where you're just kind of doing that, can't see me, just rubbing that lacrosse ball laterally on that whole tricep. Now, you can do this elevated, but if you don't have any space to do it on an elevation, like on a countertop or something, you can just as easily do this while you're laying on the ground. So I want you to go ahead and smash out each tricep for 2 minutes. So go ahead and pause the video, smash out the backside of your arm. All right, good stuff. Now let's go ahead and move on to another common pitfall when it comes to getting into a more comfortable front rack, and that is your lats, your latissimus dorsi. So you can use a foam roller just like I'm doing and just lay right on the, if your torso had corners, then this would be the back corner of your torso. And you're just gonna basically, you can do lots of things. You can just roll up and down like I did. You can get up that shoulder press position. You can rock front to back. If you don't have a foam roller, you can just as easily use a lacrosse ball. I will tell you that this will hurt a little bit more, but it's going to help create a lot more relief and flexibility about your lats so that you can get into a more comfortable front rack position. Now, if you don't have that, you got like a softball or a kettlebell laying around, you can do it with a kettlebell too. So I want you to go ahead and do 2 minutes on each lat. Pause the video, smash out those lats. So those 2 areas alone are gonna cover a lot of ground, but let's go ahead and get the rest of our upper body just to make sure. We're gonna do the scap smash. You're gonna start at the top of your spine and then work your way down to the bottom of your spine or the bottom of your rib cage. So what you're gonna do is just put those lacrosse balls on either side of your spine and just wave your arms around, and every once in a while, just go ahead and wiggle your body down and just slowly work your way down those vertebrae. If you need to make it more intense, you can always pick your hips up and just try to get that big range of motion. So let's go ahead and do this scap smash. Just start from the top of your upper back, your rib cage, your thoracic spine, and go to the bottom of your rib cage or your thoracic spine. Go ahead and pause the video, do that scap smash. Right, so if you're a desk athlete, your chest is likely going to be pretty wound up, and that'll also prevent you from getting in a more comfortable front rack position. So let's go and do a chest stretch. Go ahead and find something that's got an elevation. You can use the edge of your sofa if you need to, or a countertop, and put your thumb down like I did, and then just basically try to put your chest into the floor every time you exhale. Make sure that your hand is in line with your neck or your ear. Don't let it drop below your chest because that's gonna wind up just being an ineffective stretch. Let's go ahead and pause the video and let's go and do 2 minutes each boob. Now, a lot of people think that it's their wrists that are too tight, and that's not often the case, guys. It's usually something happening or not happening at your shoulder, but let's go ahead and stretch out those wrists anyway. Go ahead and turn those hands towards your body, lean back, stretch out those forearms, then go ahead and turn your hands forwards. Try to lean over and stretch them out that way. Then go ahead and put your palms facing up and go ahead and lean backwards again just to stretch them out that way. And finally, go ahead and flip your hands forward, palms up, and stretch it out like that. Let's go ahead and do 1 minute for each one of those stretches. Pause the video, stretch out those wrists. Last but not least, we're gonna do the prone cobra. So if you feel pain in your lower back when you do this, just skip it. Now you can do this one on the elbows, or you can prop yourself up on your hands. We're just trying to stretch out your abs and your lower back a little bit. I want you guys to go ahead and spend 2 minutes in this prone cobra. Do the one that gives you a good stretch. Go ahead and pause the video, do some prone cobra. So we've stretched out all the muscles that would prevent us from getting into a pain-free front rack position, but now we need to wake the muscles up that are gonna actually hold us there and keep us there nice and safe. We are going to do some reverse flies. Now the whole trick here is I want you to do these nice, slow, and controlled. If you have some light weights, feel free to throw those in the mix, but I want you to pause the video and do 40 reverse flies. Pause the video, be slow and controlled. This next exercise is called the wall slide. Now, you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. Pull those shoulder blades back and down, make a Y with your forearms, and then send your arms up and off to the side, only as high as you can, keeping this in the muscles in between your shoulder blades in your upper back. If you start moving too fast through this one, you're not gonna feel it. And if you start moving too high, you're not gonna feel it. Another thing to be watchful of is don't let your traps creep up on you as you do this. Just take it nice, slow, and controlled. I want you to do 15 of these wall slides. Be patient and try to get this to feel right in between those shoulder blades. Pause the video, do your wall slides. All right, we've done our stretches and we've activated the right muscles. Now here's the tricky part. We want to try and get those upper back muscles to feel involved without having to worry about being in that front rack position. And that's where these zombie squats come into play. You can do it with a bare naked bar, you can do it with a PVC pipe. It's fine either way, but I want you to put that bar right up next to your throat, and I want you to pull those shoulder blades back and down and try to get them just as engaged as they were during the reverse flies and the wall slides. Now, if you're doing this with a PVC pipe and it just keeps rolling out of your front rack position, there's nothing wrong with pinning that down with your chin while we're doing it. Right, so I want you guys to go ahead and do a total of 20 zombie squats. Take your time, feel free to pause in between your reps and just make sure everything's working really well. Pause the video, do your zombie squats. All right, here's the moment of truth. Let's get back into that front rack position and let's see if we are better, same, or worse. Hopefully, you can get into a more comfortable front rack position that is pain-free. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you. If it has, and you know someone that also suffers with painful front rack position, please be sure to share this video with them. And also be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put new videos out every Thursday designed to help you strengthen your joints and your muscles and your bones so that you can move pain-free. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.
Oh, don't do that.